Hello everyone! I have received a lot of requests for sultry or sexy or clubbing makeup tutorials, so I figured I would put this very neutral but wearable look together. As you guys know, I love a smoky eye, and the ones that I see often most when I'm going out to a club, not that I go clubbing often, it's very rare, but when I do, I see a lot of girls wearing deep, dark, smoky eyes like this with a very pale pink or very nude lip. And, you know, lots of gloss, but obviously there are many different ways that you can do clubbing makeup. This is just one particular popular look that I decided to take on today, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I did use a lot of MAC in this tutorial because I know that's the brand a lot of you guys tend to have. And I used colors that are, you know, generally more popular so that I figured they would be in your stash already. You can use the Naked 2 palette or the Naked palette, whatever you guys have on hand. Just substitute products because the colors aren't that difficult to find. But for the sake of a tutorial, I really wanted to give you guys a well-blended, really dimensional eye. When it comes to smoky, sultry looks, it's all about blending and getting that texture out. So I used mattes, shimmers, lots of different textures are going on in this eye look, even though it just looks like a regular brown smoky eye. But I just wanted to bring to your attention a couple things for when you go clubbing. Foundation is key. Make sure you wear a long-lasting foundation so that you don't look like an oil slick. Clubs tend to be hot, so make sure you powder as well. Wear along wearing gloss or lipstick just so that you don't have to take it with you and perhaps lose it, make it fall out of your pocket, lose your purse, who knows, right? And last but not least, my favorite tip, and this is speaking from experience, don't wear heavy false lashes, especially the synthetic kind that really tend to lift easily. Today I use these Japanese false lashes that I've really been loving. They're very expensive. It's $16 for 2 pairs, but I purchased them at a little Japanese store and they're called the DUP 906 lashes, and you'll see them in the case later on in the tutorial. And that's a wrap for my pre-tutorial babble. I hope you guys found it at least somewhat insightful. And now let's get started with the tutorial, starting with the eyes because there is fallout. I wanted to do foundation after we finished the eye look. So today we're going to start with the eye makeup, and I'm going to use my grease paint stick in Dirty. I'm just gently taking it up the crease and pulling it out into a V shape at the corner. Now I'm going to take a synthetic blending brush. This is by the Brush Lab, but anyone will do. Definitely use a synthetic brush though because they tend to work in the product better when you're using a dry, harder cream product such as a grease paint stick. Now I'm going to take a warm brown, this is Burberry's Almond, on a MAC 266, excuse me, a 226. And I'm just going to pop this right into the crease and take it all the way up the lid. I just want something nice and warm to contrast against the matte, cool white highlighter we'll be using later. Sometimes I wear this one alone, and I've talked about this eyeshadow a lot because I love it. It's very pigmented, very smooth, and definitely worth every penny. I'm also going to add some to the side and blend out. We just want to follow the eye shape to lengthen the eye. Now I'm going to take this Sin 24/7 Glide On Shadow Pencil, and I'm just going to pop Sin right in the inner corner here just to give it some light and just blend it out with the finger. Now I'm going to take a matte black eyeshadow, this one's typographic, and using a pencil brush, a large pencil brush, this one's by Chanel, no longer made, but this is an awesome brush if you have it. And I'm just going to place it generously along the lash line and all over the lid. Pulling it out as usual to match the brown eyeshadow. Gently blending it upward toward the brow bone. I'm also going to drag it down the lower lash line. And then taking a wipe, makeup wipe, I'm just going to clean up any fallout. This is why we didn't do foundation first. Now I'm going to take this glittery black eyeshadow by Chanel. It's called Magnifique. And using any synthetic eyeliner brush, I'm just going to place this on the lid, thickest at the outer corner, thinnest in the inner. You can also use Magnifique alone to create a really lovely smoky eyeshadow look, but today for the tutorial, I wanted to create a very layered look instead of opting for the very simple one eyeshadow looks that I always wear, because those are quite self-explanatory. Magnifique makes it easy to wear a glitter liner without the mess of glitter, or without having to have a steady hand when it comes to liquid liner. I really adore this product if you can't tell. And now I'm just going to drag it down the lower lash line as well. Just until the outside of the pupil. And now that the hardest part is complete, we're just going to finish up the eye look. With a little more color, I'm going to use Tempting by MAC with a synthetic pointed pencil brush. And I'm just going to cover some of Magnifique. Blend it in with Magnifique and Sin. This will give it a really nice layered look, not too much black. When you use just black all by itself, even if it's different variations, it still looks very heavy, but with additions of brown and champagne, it looks much better. Now I'm going to take a MAC 239 and dip into Blank Type that I'm going to use as a highlight. I'm just going to apply this generously for now because I'm going to fill in my brows and come back to this. I wanted to fill in my brows before finishing off the look, just in case I needed to add more highlighter to a specific part below the eyebrow. And when it comes to doing brows with a smoky look, you can always go a little darker just to balance out how much makeup you're wearing on the eye. I know a lot of you guys like it when I have darker brows, but some of my subscribers, including me, prefer my lighter brows. I just think it looks more natural on me. Just fill them in nicely and blend out as usual. And now that my brow's been filled in, I'm just going to take a fluffy blending brush and blend out that eyebrow highlight. And now one last time, I'm going to clean up any excess fallout with my makeup wipe. And taking the black eyeliner of your choice, today I'm using Graph Black. I'm going to line the waterline 3/4 of the way in. You want to keep the front of the eye open. If you line the entire waterline, you're closing off the eyes and making them look smaller. And then of course I'm going to rim the upper waterline, or tight line. And I know the process is getting long, but we're almost there. I'm just going to curl my eyelashes, first at the root, then curving gently up. Then I'm going to coat my upper lashes with just a single coat of waterproof mascara, just to hold them down for the false lashes. And I'm going to apply 2 or 3 coats to the bottom lashes. A lot of people tend to skip this step, but applying mascara on your bottom lashes really brings out a smoky, full, sultry effect. So don't forget about these little babies down here. And last but not least, for the false lashes, these are the DUP 906 lashes, and they're my favorite lashes at the moment. I just set, pat, and wait. And once they're completely dry, I give them a crimp. But you guys already know that, so let's get started with foundation. Today I'm going to be using my Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour Wear in 250 Bisque. I'm just going to pump it on a finger, dot it on my cheek, forehead, and start blending. I chose this foundation because it is very long wearing, which is great for hot clubbing scenes. As you guys know, it gets pretty sweaty in there. But I also chose it because it does photograph well. Now, I'm not the type of person that A, goes clubbing, or B, takes pictures of myself, especially in dark lighting. You know, it's not really my thing. I just tend to stay at home. But anyway, it doesn't flash back in photos, so if you do plan to take pictures of yourself, this is a great foundation because it doesn't flash back too much. So now I'm going to set with a bit of powder. Make sure that your powder doesn't have SPF. I actually find that's even more important for flash photography. If your powder has SPF in it, it's going to flash back like crazy. Now for contouring. You can use bronzer if you want, but I'm going to use my trusty No Orange Toned powder by Dolce & Gabbana. It's called Tan, using a Sigma F25. It's the best brush to apply this powder with. And I'm just going to sweep it across the forehead and down the jawline to give me a sculpted cheek look. This makes your face look significantly slimmer than it really is. Then I'm going to take one of my favorite powder blushes. This is Illamasqua's Katie. It's very baby pink. And I'm just going to place that right along the tops of the cheekbone. I don't like to place blush here because it just makes my cheeks look chubby. First, I'm going to take a matte pink. This is Lancome's new Rouge in Love in number 307. It's one of my new favorite baby pinks. I'm just going to smooth that out with a finger, just to give it a nice base coat for our lipstick, and I'm going to top it with the number 19 YSL Glossy Stain. And if you don't mind messing with the gloss effect a bit, I just like to pat it in with my fingers just so that they blend evenly. You can use a lip brush too, of course, but you guys know I like to use my fingers. Now, I know for some of you this is going to look too washed out and you'll think, you look like a corpse. How is that, sexy at all? So for you guys, I'm going to show you a different kind of gloss that you can use. This is Chanel's Rouge Allure Extrait de Gloss in 56 Imaginaire, and this is just another option. I'm showing you guys this look because this is what I usually see when I go out and watch girls go clubbing. It's a very Kim Kardashian-esque lip and look. But anyway, here's just another gloss option that you can use, and I'm going to show you what it looks like now. It's just a slightly more alive looking pale lip. This is definitely a warmer pink, but I think it will appeal to more of you since it's not so corpse looking. You guys can tell me what you prefer down below in the comments, and I'll keep that in mind for my next clubbing tutorial. But nonetheless, I still hope you guys found this tutorial helpful, and check out the RAEviewer.com for all the products used in this tutorial. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!